Drones in the sky, leaders clash, peace talks resume, world watches, waits, hopes. Welcome to AI News Brew's Week in Review podcast for June 8, 2025. In this week's episode, we dive into a world of geopolitical shifts, technological advancements, and hope for a better future. From drone warfare to AI-driven medical breakthroughs, here's what's shaping our world this week. Our top story takes us to the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. In a bold move, Ukraine launched Operation Spiderweb, a coordinated drone strike on 5 Russian air bases. This meticulously planned operation, 18 months in the making, reportedly damaged or destroyed up to 41 Russian military aircraft, including strategic bombers and early warning radar planes. The attack has sent shockwaves through military circles, demonstrating the vulnerability of traditional military assets to low-cost drone attacks and potentially reshaping modern warfare tactics. In the wake of this unprecedented assault, peace talks between Ukraine and Russia resumed in Istanbul. While the meeting was brief, lasting just over an hour, it did yield some progress. Both sides agreed to swap 6,000 bodies of fallen soldiers and seriously wounded troops, a small but significant humanitarian gesture. However, the path to peace remains fraught with challenges, as Russia presented its terms for ending hostilities, and Ukraine requested a week to review and respond. Moving to the United States, we find ourselves in the midst of political turbulence. President Donald Trump has been making waves with a series of controversial decisions and statements. In a move that's raised eyebrows both domestically and internationally, Trump announced plans to raise steel and aluminum tariffs to 50%, effective June 5th. This decision comes alongside a request for a $9.4 billion budget rescission, targeting programs identified by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. In related news, a dramatic shift in Washington's political landscape has unfolded as President Trump and tech mogul Elon Musk find themselves embroiled in a public feud. The once cordial relationship between these two influential figures has rapidly deteriorated, sending shockwaves through both political and business circles. The dispute erupted when Musk, who recently concluded his role as special advisor leading the Department of Government Efficiency, publicly criticized Trump's legislative agenda, particularly the president's Big Beautiful Bill. In response to Musk's critique, President Trump escalated the conflict by threatening to cut government contracts with Musk's companies. This move could potentially impact major projects at SpaceX and Starlink, which rely heavily on government partnerships. The feud has already had significant financial repercussions, with Tesla's stock price plummeting 14% and Musk's net worth reportedly decreasing by $34 billion. Adding fuel to the fire, Musk made an unsubstantiated claim about Trump being mentioned in unreleased Epstein files, further intensifying the animosity between the two. This sudden fallout is particularly striking, given that just last week, Trump and Musk appeared together at the White House, presenting a united front. As the situation continues to unfold, White House aides are reportedly scrambling to arrange a reconciliation call between the president and the tech entrepreneur. The clash underscores the volatile nature of alliances between business leaders and political figures in Washington, and its resolution could have far-reaching implications for both Trump's legislative agenda and Musk's business interests. In a controversial move, President Trump has ordered an investigation into former President Biden's administration, citing concerns about cognitive decline and alleged misuse of an auto pen for signatures. This comes on the heels of Trump sharing a conspiracy theory on social media claiming Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced by clones, shortly after Biden's public disclosure of a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. The investigation, which could potentially challenge the validity of Biden's presidential actions, has been met with firm denial from the former president. Biden insists he made all decisions during his tenure. This latest development underscores the ongoing challenges of misinformation in political discourse and highlights the increasing scrutiny on both Trump's social media activity and Biden's health status. On the international stage, we're seeing significant developments in several countries. In South Korea, Lee Jae-myung has been elected as the new president following a snap election triggered by the impeachment of former President Yoon Suk-yeol. This change in leadership could lead to shifts in South Korea's foreign policy, potentially affecting relations with the US and China. In Poland, Karol Nawrocki has won the presidential election with 50.89% of votes. Described as Trump-backed, Nawrocki's presidency may impact Poland-EU relations and domestic reforms, signaling a potential shift in the country's international alliances. Meanwhile, in Mexico, a historic moment has arrived with the election of Hugo Aguilar as the country's first indigenous Supreme Court justice in 170 years. This appointment is seen as a potential turning point for representation of Mexico's 23 million indigenous people in high-level government positions. Turning to technological advancements, we have some exciting news from the world of artificial intelligence. Researchers have made a breakthrough that could lead to a universal dengue vaccine. Using AI-driven discovery methods, scientists at Immunoprecise Antibodies Laboratory in Austin, Texas, have identified a highly conserved epitope across all 4 dengue virus serotypes. This discovery could pave the way for a vaccine that addresses a disease affecting up to 400 million people annually worldwide. In the realm of clean energy, the town of Calistoga, California, is implementing an innovative backup system combining hydrogen fuel cells and batteries. This first-of-its-kind system is designed to power the entire town for about 2 days during emergencies, replacing the polluting and noisy diesel generators previously relied upon. Experts suggest this technology could evolve to support the electric grid year-round, potentially revolutionizing how we approach energy resilience. As we wrap up our podcast, let's take a moment to reflect on some of the positive developments we've covered. The potential for a universal dengue vaccine, advancements in clean energy technology, and steps towards greater representation in government all give us reason for optimism. These stories remind us that even in times of global tension and conflict, progress continues to be made in various fields, offering hope for a better future. Thank you for tuning in to AI News Brew's Week in Review. We'd like to extend a special thanks to those who are helping to support our independent research and publications. Your support makes it possible for us to continue bringing you objective, fact-based news from around the world. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please follow AI News Brew for more updates and in-depth analysis. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.